Okay, so it's that time again. Obviously, you know, a lot of people are, you know, voicing their opinions on Wuthering Waves with the 2.5 player satisfaction survey, which came out obviously a few hours ago. Now, many people have been chiming in on some things that they want to kind of add to the game and many improvements that they want to make, and I kind of wanted to go through this little thread where a couple of people have you know, voiced their opinions on what they want to change with the game, and you know, kind of give my own opinions on this and some of the things that I want to change in the game as well, because there isn't actually too much that, you know, I'm too bothered by. But essentially, yeah, this is a post from Offernot, who posts quite a bit in the subreddit. They say, what did you put in the new survey and what are your thoughts? Now, as you can see here, they actually put this in their survey bit here, saying make the gender ratio stay as it is, with yearly 2 to 3 males, make them cool like Kalchara, Jian, Chiwan instead of flamboyant like Brant, add an Isla XBY, expand on after stories, and make Rover X character orientated content. I don't know if that's supposed to be, you know, triggering to some people or not. I'm not sure if that was a joke, because obviously that sounds like everything that like people don't want. At least that's what I've heard. I mean, I won't be too bothered by it, but I think that, yeah, I don't really know about that one. They say this time around, they've tweaked the survey, and instead of just asking you if you're above 18, they ask for your specific age. Maybe they're trying to gauge the age demographic for their active players. As usual, I put in that the content in the patch is not enough, and there is enough active playtime. Even if there would be, I would still say this, because more is always better if it's quality. I said I don't like overly positive replies, so I want either neutral or mostly positive answers, unless it was something I really liked. I said they asked about the Overture quest, and I answered as neutral honestly, so I got a what didn't you like about it immediately. In short, if they can spend the time for these short 40-minute somethings, just put in the extra effort to have 2 main story in the patch. The wording on their part made it sound like they have a plan to have phase 1 main story, then phase 2 overture. I don't mind that until we get constant main story in exchange every patch. I just say they have ground to be better too. For example, I was more than happy to exchange companion quests for main story instead, but the overture quest is a clear downgrade compared to the companion quest, so do better. Otherwise, I wrote my personal request as you see in the image. What did you write? My personal opinions on these surveys is that you should always be true to what you want to see in the game. While the game has a community, it's a 95% single player experience, so making your own experience better should always be the top priority, which I definitely do understand. I see people saying downvoted because you didn't include the Lucia Alpha XBY, but besides that, everything you said I agree on. That Solon already imported his waifu since cartethyia is pretty much just Bianca too. No need to add the obvious ones who will be carried over at some point. They're the face of the other game, while an Isla XBY is less likely. Tauchi is already an Isla XBY with the behavior of One Shi and the moveset of Kamui. Obviously, I think they're talking about PGR there. They said, I pretty much wrote that if they're going to perma-kill off a character for the narrative/story, just make it an upcoming male character like Scar and Chiyuan, so they suffer less backlash in terms of community discussion. I don't really agree with that one. I think that anybody should have the ability to die in the game. I think obviously it can provide a lot more impact to the story. I don't think limiting it just to the male characters that are supposed to be coming up to the game is really the best kind of decision, because obviously then you have like a very conscious decision to only specifically target men in the game, which I think is a little bit weird. Obviously I understand that there will be backlash for a company maybe killing off a female character, but I think at the same time it's just one of those things that they just have to deal with, rather than only going after like Scar and Chiyuan. Like it just doesn't really make much sense to me. So again, I don't really like that kind of decision, but again, you know, it is their own choice. I also asked for continued ML content, gave Kanta, Chacona, and Lupa as good examples. Keep telling them I wouldn't play another game where the MC takes a backseat in the story. Also asked for more fun puzzles like overflowing palette or like those Inazuma cube ones. So yeah, obviously saying, with the fact that the Twittard sieving like this, I think the MC focused won't be going away anytime soon. So obviously, yeah, say if you laugh, you're going to hell. I say they keep forcing the rover to be the most important part of the story, and it's actually really annoying. Which, yeah, I mean, I understand the rover being the most important part of the story. I mean, he's literally the main character, but, you know, okay. They say, love the segment asking about mini games / puzzles in the story quest. So I spent a lot of time doing mini feedback for every puzzle we've had I can remember. The music rhythm one I can't remember at all. I love an MSQ puzzle. Told them the excessive and useless QTA sections suck though. I just clicked on the ones that were actually good and told them to make new ones for variety, and only reused the ones people told them was good, like how we got a color palette event because people like the exploration one so much. And yeah, the color palette one was actually really fun. You know, they have a couple of really fun puzzles around the game, and I do agree that the QTE events that, you know, actually took place during a lot of the story, for example, like the one with Cartethyia where she's like sliding about, I didn't really like that one as much. I felt like it just wasted my time, and obviously I don't like the QTE events where you just have to like press like one button, because I'll literally just be there like, okay, press A, press A, press A, and it just gets like really boring, whereas I'd rather actually be running around and doing stuff and using more than one button. So yeah, especially for a longer period of time. I don't mind like a QTE for like, you know, 2 seconds or something, like, you know, just something that happens in the story. But I think whenever you have like a long sequence like that and you're trying to tell a story, I think me just pressing A just was kind of pointless. You could either make that into a cutscene and make it look even better, or you could obviously add some kind of other mechanics to it, which honestly, yeah, I do agree with. Say the instructions for whether to select ones I remember or ones I liked stumped me. I ended up doing all of them and putting either good or bad feedback. You know, and they said as well, remind me later to do the survey, but I usually include a predetermined list and add on anything afterwards. They said resonant chain, disable and re-enable. That's a really good one. I would really like to see that. Obviously being able to select different parts of your resonance chain so you can get different effects, and also take away different effects if you don't want it. Also as well, a dorm system of some kind. This has been in the talks for so long of a lot of you know, people that have been wanting this. Definitely would be a really good addition to the game, a dorm system. Is it preferably like Girls Frontline 2? I mean, I don't think they would do that, but you know, I would really like a Girls Frontline 2 one too, if they could potentially do that, but I doubt they are going to. Substat reroller, I don't care how unlikely it is. There is never anything wrong with asking for it, even if I don't expect anything. 100% true. I would really like a substat reroller, but again, we'll have to wait and see if that would actually happen, because I doubt it will. I say more master loves, so rover focus, or alternatively keep going with it. Never stop chasing the idea of the MC is important. Notice how Final Fantasy, a game that is focused on you, the main character, saw less sales and subscriptions as soon as they pivoted away from the focus being the MC. And they said, finally, a small thank you for all they've done so far and continue to please the waifu lovers like myself. It encourages me to keep spending and supporting a good cause. So yeah, obviously some good points there, some really good points there. Obviously people saying bring back old IR, you know, more combat events, PGR dating events, okay? Return old characters to the story events or make them relevant again, PGR style. Keep the Yuri baiting out, it only attracts toxic people. I don't mind the Yuri baiting, to be honest, it's fine. And yeah, obviously those are a lot of the replies that we've had in this post, and I thought it was very interesting. And obviously you guys can let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see added to Wuthering Waves in the future, and what you guys put on the surveys, because I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about this, because again, you know, Wuthering Waves has reached a point where they've actually done a lot of the stuff that we've really wanted, and it's only a lot of those points that, you know, were mentioned in the comments that were the ones that, you know, really need to be added in the future. But apart from that, you know, the game has actually been pretty decent so far, and yeah, it seems like things are looking up for them at the moment. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also go to GameSubs, use my code Kazo, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there, including the new V cards that are out at the moment, so I definitely recommend checking out V cards, because again, it's a great TCG that is going on at the moment, and yeah, you can get 10% off by using my code. But yeah, that's about all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.